to another learning episode. I hope you're doing well. And on this video, we are going to discuss about the do's and don'ts in writing your research conclusions. After weeks, months of hard work dedicated to your research and sleepless nights, you're finally close to finishing your research paper. You've reviewed the literature, you've gathered and analyzed and reflected on the result. Well done! But what does it all mean? This is where the conclusion becomes crucial, as it allows you to summarize your work and its significance. It is therefore important that the conclusion of your research is clear, concise, and compelling. So, here are the few do's and don'ts to keep in mind when writing your conclusion. First, do summarize your argument. A good conclusion will briefly restate your hypothesis, key findings, and the implication of your research. This will help the reader to follow your argument as a whole, bringing together various elements raised during the discussion. Second, do put your work in context. The conclusion of your research is a good place to restate the significance of your work. This might include how it contributes to the existing knowledge in your field or its importance outside academia. Third, do assess limitation. No study is perfect. Yes, you heard it right. Not even yours. Sorry to break the bad news. On the plus side, you can discuss the limitation of your work at the end of your research paper. Doing this will demonstrate your understanding to the research process. Issues you may want to include or to consider including is the sample size and the time constraints. Do identify implications for future research. Most the research conclusion includes suggestion for how your work could inform future research. This could be a refinement of your own investigation, though it might also be a radical new idea suggested by your results. Now let's proceed to the don'ts and things that you should not do in writing your conclusion. And the first don't is don't introduce new material. Although it is fine to offer an opinion or a reflection at the end of your research paper, introducing a new argument or evidence at this point is forbidden. If something is important, you see it's really important enough to include in the conclusion, it should be part of the main body of your paper. Second don't is don't write too much. Your conclusion should include a summary of what precedes about it, but it isn't necessary to go back over everything in depth. Try to make this chapter fairly snappy, relating to what you have already read in easily digestible way. Third don't keep your readers in suspense. Unlike the episode Game of Thrones, you can't finish your research on a cliffhanger. In your research, you will have to set out in answering certain questions. Make sure that you address this explicitly in your conclusion so that nothing is overlooked. And those are the do's and don'ts in writing your research conclusion. I hope you learned something, and don't forget to click subscribe or click the bell button for you to be notified for future videos. Enjoy learning!